Welcome everyone to Star Wars Infinite. Today we're going to be talking about why I don't want Luke Skywalker in Mandalorian on screen pretty much at all. After the most recent episode of Mandalorian, we saw Ahsoka make her return. We saw mention of Admiral Thrawn. And we saw Ahsoka redirect Din Djarin the Mandalorian to Tython to have Baby Yoda placed on the Finding Stone in an effort to discover or put out a beacon for a Jedi to train him, as Ahsoka refused to do so. A lot of people are theorizing that Luke's going to make an appearance, or they want Luke to make an appearance, but these are the reasons why I don't think Luke should be making a return to the show. The first things first, this show cannot be a patch for the sequel trilogy. There was a lot of displeasure with Disney's sequel trilogy, with Rey, Poe, Finn, Kylo, and the rest, for various reasons. The Mandalorian is too good to be about patching the sequels. We have an original character content, which we haven't had in quite some time, blazing their own trail, making their own moves, bringing new fans in, only to revisit a character in an effort to fix the perception that many of the fan base got of him in The Last Jedi and whatnot. My second reason being that we need to distance ourselves from those films. I personally liked Force Awakens. The Last Jedi is sort of growing on me, and I think The Rise of Skywalker could have been amazing, but they made a few key mistakes that stopped it from being amazing for me personally. Those films were marred by controversy, each one. Each one had major complaints from the fandom. And Star Wars fans are the hardest fans to please. Star Wars fans will always complain. I always complain. Everybody knows it. We always complain about these things. We have content that's doing very well right now. We have content that's bringing in new fans. We have content that's picking up stuff from the expanded universe, like the Krayt Dragon, picking up stuff from the prequels, like Boba Fett, bringing in stuff from the animated show with Ahsoka and Bo-Katan. I like the little mentions here and there. For example, where there was like a Snoke-looking corpse as a clone. I'm cool with that stuff. But I don't want it to become about, Baby Yoda going to Grogu going to Octo and being trained and stuff. It's just not going to work out. We need to distance ourselves from the content that was controversial, that kind of tore us apart as a fandom a little bit, and focus on this. This content is not only healing us, but it's also awesome content. And this is the biggest reason for me. I left it for last. I think it has the biggest talking point. Star Wars came out in 1977 with A New Hope, over 40 years ago. We've had Luke Skywalker content for 40 years. We've had Skywalker content for 40 years. There's no reason to keep talking about this character in this depth or including him in a significant role. And I think one of the beauties of Star Wars, I always talk about with my friends, is the continuity, in the sense that they've only recasted Han Solo, and that was met with a very, 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 very cold and warm reception. Mark Hamill is Luke Skywalker. Mark Hamill should stay Luke Skywalker. We've had 40 years of Luke Skywalker content between books, comics, movies, novels. There's no reason to keep fleshing him out. We have characters like Ahsoka, Bo-Katan. You have characters like, from the comics, Dr. Aphra, who's personally my favorite canon character right now. That should be brought into the fold. Or maybe not in this show in particular, but stories about other characters that should be fleshed out. Point being is that we've had 40 years of Luke Skywalker. We need to put the Skywalkers to bed for the time being, and we need to explore these other amazing characters we have. It's also worth mentioning, before every Star Wars film began, the number films, the trilogy films, we see that beautiful text in the screen, a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. The galaxy, our world, even the city you live in, is not dependent forever on one family lineage most of the time. It transcends that. Star Wars has become big enough, I think, to transcend the Skywalkers. There's no reason to keep revisiting this character over and over and over again in this quick succession. Let's give Luke a break. It would be cool. I would love if maybe they did like an Anakin Force Ghost or something like that. Let's build some new characters. Let's expand the Star Wars universe even further. Let's go explore these new avenues, and let's put Luke Skywalker to bed. I hope you enjoyed this little discussion, this little chat. Any comments you have about Luke Skywalker, Grogu, The Mandalorian, or where you want to see Mandalorian go, or where you want to see Star Wars go in general, in terms of the films and the shows, drop a like, drop a comment, subscribe if you want. This channel is just here for fun, for us to discuss and talk about all things Star Wars. I'll catch you in the next episode. Thanks for watching.